The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Blowing out of the backfield, exploding down the sideline.
This is Hangin' with the Boys, presented by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. Now, your hosts, Nate Newton, Kurt Daniels, Jesse Holley, and Shannon Gross.
Surprise!
Hey!
It's your favorite show at the wrong day and the wrong time, but here we are.
Tuesday.
It's Tuesday, 10 o'clock.
An hour early.
You're looking
half early.
live at Tostitos Championship Plaza outside the Ford Center at Star in Frisco at 70 degrees and cloudy. The high today is 76. The low tonight is 60, and there is about an 83% chance of rain at 1 o'clock. So are they going to have OTAs inside or outside today? I think inside, because I didn't see any of the equipment out on the field.
They're doing a walkthrough on the roof,
I saw that.
on the platform.
I saw that.
Not the roof? No, like the balcony.
How are you guys?
I'm good, man.
Yeah?
I'm you know, my boss is still in there, and I'm good.
Oh,
You
yeah.
are a boss.
Yeah, I'm in there, bro.
Man, it'd have been so much fun if the Mavs can pull this off and play Boston in the finals.
Pull what off?
No one has ever done it, have they?
In 75 years.
That's crazy.
0-146.
You would think one team somewhere along the way would have done it.
0-146.
All the other sports have.
Yep. Has anybody done it in the finals?
Come back.
Down 0-3?
I don't think so.
So the conference, they've done it in the quarters, right?
This has never been done in basketball.
It's never been done in basketball
It's
history.
never been done in basketball
in
at
any,
all.
in any phase.
In any
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
down
yeah.
0-3, no one's. I
one's-
thought somebody did that a few years ago.
No, the Lakers were down 3-1.
And then came
And
back.
then Houston
back.
was down 3-1.
But no one's ever ripped four
But
off
once
in a row.
once you go down 3-0, no one has ever went
really
4-0.
in any
in any stage.
That's crazy. I thought it was just the
No.
the conference finals
no,
and the
in any
finals.
stage, no team has ever ripped off 4 in a
Wow, that's nuts.
They say you got
Oh,
a better
well.
chance of having a black president. Oh, we did have that. That's all.
row. There was our one chance.
I knew Jesse would get. I
was
knew
our-
we weren't gonna let it pass.
No,
There was our one chance. They're like, hell, we're not giving them that odds again.
oh man. Well, we don't have Kurt today. Kurt's under the weather all week. I can't tell you what's wrong
Kurt
with him.
out home having fun with his wife, dog.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, that's what he doing.
Can't due to HIPAA. We can't tell you what's wrong with Kurt. But
Yeah.
Kurt's fine. He's okay.
Kurt, throw a HIPAA out.
That's what he tried. That's what
Throw
I'm
a
saying.
HIPAA out while you at home with your
Yeah,
old lady,
yeah.
man. Throw a HIPAA
He's
out.
working on baby number 12.
Yeah, somebody.
So-
No, I'm home, but she want me gone because I'm driving her crazy. Really? She may want you to stay.
Well, we brought it up. OTAs starting up today, tomorrow, and then I think next week. I don't know. They're spread out like 3 different pods or whatever. So,
Yeah.
what happens in OTAs and how important are OTAs?
When I played, it was just the first of many bloodbaths. But now,
What were OTAs like when you played? How many days were they, and were they?
they would last week, 4 days, but then the 4th day they'll let you go at 12.
and were y'all full pads?
Yeah, but you got to understand, we started this. Jimmy Johnson started OTAs.
Did he really?
Yes, sir. A lot of people will tell you, they'll try to deny that, but Jimmy started OTAs and off-season training. That mandatory. When is it mandatory?
Voluntary
voluntary. Yeah,
workouts.
he the one that started that.
What does voluntary mean?
Yeah. And so, Jimmy started that, man. And
Wow.
That's right, because guys back in the day used to have to get like part-time
Have
jobs.
jobs, yeah,
Like, they
man.
had jobs in the off-season while playing in the National
football league.
That's crazy.
That's insane. Like, what you doing? I got to go down here and lay
Say how much
work
money
on this
the
car.
owner- I would tell you how much money
See you at
Cowboys
practice
were
tomorrow.
making. Look how much money the Cowboys were making, because now you got to share that money. Before it was just all yours.
Yeah.
Players probably getting 25% out of it, and the rest of it was just going, if that much. But I'm gonna tell you, start out the OTAs when I played. It wasn't real physical. I mean, it was more than what it is today. I mean, you were learning plays and learning the system and then integrating the new guys, but it was at a much higher tempo, because we prided ourselves on being a fast, physical, hard team. And that's kind of how all of our practices went, whether we wanted to or not. That's how up tempo was. Jess, how was it for you?
No, you hit on all the points. It's the integration period. It's that moment where rookies get a chance to see what real NFL players look like.
Yes.
Like this is the moment when you sit around and you think you're kind of good, and then that vet walk in at your position and you're like, oh.
This is what the NFL
This is what the NFL looks like. You like, and you start seeing dudes do stuff. You're like, I've never seen a dude do that before. Like, just athletic-wise. Mm-hmm. And then you look around and you're saying, everybody here is good? Because when you come from certain places, when you're at your Alabamas, you got a bunch of good players around there. But everybody don't go to Alabama.
Right.
It's going to be an eye-opening experience for a guy like Jalen Tolbert. When you walk around, you look around and say, wait, everybody's as fast as me? Everybody's as good as me? And you start, the rookies figure out those little tendencies, right? When you start doing one-on-ones and stuff like that and you get jammed up and you're like, man, how'd you know that? And you're like, man, look at your feet. I knew where you were going. You're like, no one's ever told me that before. I've never heard that before. Or
I ignored it.
Or I ignored it.
Because when you grade,
because you were good enough
to ignore it, right?
Yeah.
Sam Williams, when you think you're gonna come around that edge, and Tyron Smith lay one of those massive hands,
them Hotel Californias on you,
you're gonna go, damn, that's real.
How hard is it for a guy like you've played your whole life? Like you brought this, you said you've ignored it, right?
Yes.
How hard is it to do something your entire career, high school? Because I would say you really learn football in high school and college, right?
Right. You start. Yes.
High school, college. And how hard is it when you get to the NFL to change, to learn something new, to have a coach tell you to do something different?
It's so much harder now because football at the high school and college level is different. Like these kids, when they get a playbook now, most college teams, you see them hold those signs up, right? Mm-hmm. And it's like, or one word means the entire play, right? They'll go Falcon, 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 and Falcon gives the lineman their blocking scheme, gives the receiver. In the NFL, when you go from hearing Falcon, Falcon your whole college career to now you got to hear, all right, here we go, 11 personnel, twins rights or trips rights, dual motion, 467 sweep, back go. Now you're like, wait, hold on.
I missed that fourth. Again. What was that fourth?
It's like say that again.
Yeah.
So it takes moments to hear that, or defensively when they're just like, in college, like saber, 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 and now he's like, it ain't saber no more. It's hey, wingo, right, 3 high, low, right. Backer go. You like, all right, what's backer? Me or the other two? You start seeing things different, or you're a DB and you come to the line of scrimmage, and next thing you know, Dak can change the play 3 times on you, and somebody calling the formation change, key, lock. No. Zone. And all that stuff is that's the hard part to change, is hearing a variation of how offenses were in college, which are much simpler, to now that verbiage that you have to deal with, and at the speed at which it goes. Because if you're a first round guy, or you're a guy projected to play, Dak is not going in that huddle saying, all right, listen, young fella, it's trips right, dual motion, 367 back go on 2. Dak's going, all right, here we go, fellas. Trips right, dual motion, back's go on 2. Ready, break.
Figure it out.
And so that part is the hard part to change, and then comes the technical part, because your mind is going so fast. As a coach, you have to make sure, is he getting the information, and then is he getting the technique that we're teaching? Mm-hmm. Because like Nate said before, if the techniques you're teaching for an offensive lineman, right? And Nate was showing us last week how you want to position your hands. Well, if you've been so used to going outside in, I got to take this information down, hear everything, hear when he change it, and then go, oh, yeah, by the way, I got to go in his inside. So that's the part that people miss.
I'm going to tell you what's funny. And I used to look at the receivers. is when these kids finally get the play down, the defense want to be funky and change the coverage.
Yeah.
This dude finally said, I'm going 5 yards and in. And they changed the coverage. And he sit out there, and everybody moving, he started patting his feet. And the quarterback throw the ball out, he'd be like, I just didn't know because the coverage changed.
Coverage changed.
That is scary, bro.
So what-
it happened to me as offensive lineman.
Yeah.
The defense just shifted 6 inches. And now the tackle got to come down from me just blocking this guy straight up. He moved 6 inches outside. Now the tackle coming down, and I got to pull around and kick his guy out. I'm sitting there like, I just jumped offside. And so when I got back, I said, what are we supposed to do on that look right there?
Because you didn't know?
I didn't know.
So you just jumped offside so you could regroup?
Yeah. Hey, if he gives that look again, what do I do?
What are they doing? What's the most important thing for OTAs? Is it getting your timing down? Is it getting like camaraderie and getting to know your teammates?
For our offensive line, for me, getting to know the plays and how to block them. I got it. No matter who I'm playing next to, they should allow players know your job and only your job this first time. We'll get you more integrated with somebody else's job, but you get in here, learn this playbook, and learn what to do so we will not have to run plays over or put you on the sideline, and you not get any reps. Learn your plays. Be in your playbook and understand that it's like Jess said, it's going to be moving. Dak ain't waiting.
No.
Dak ain't waiting. Now, the other quarterback may be stumbling through this guy used to looking at the fat boy on the cars. Sumo. Well, it ain't sumo no more, so you may want to be in there with the slow quarterback.
Well, yeah, if you're in there with that first group or that, that advanced second group, this thing is humming, bro. It's humming. And the thing about the veterans, they kind of been chopping at the bits to get back out there, so they're going to be ready to get. And that's the one thing that you don't want to do is when you start pissing veterans off, like you jumping off sides.
Yeah.
You don't know where to line up. Because the vet's like, hey, listen, bro, I ain't trying to be out here all day. I'm not. I'm trying to get this work in, get my lift in, get the hell out of here. And you got us out here doing these extra reps. Don't waste my time. Like that, it comes down to don't waste my time. If you ain't got it, move. Because we going. And coaches, you get that install at 9 o'clock, you may get a brief walkthrough, and then once you get to that field, you humming. And so with those guys who are being put in the positions where that third group, you know what that third group going to be. That third group going to be the fumbling, stumbling, bumbling group. You don't want to be in that group, but you know what that group's going to be. That first group, that Prescott group, that's going to be the group that's
where our big lineman.
So
big boy got to be. He got to be on this thing. He got to be on it, man. Because this offensive line on top, we used to talk a lot more than what these offensive line talk today. A lot more.
And then that's when that time is critical. And I told Jalen Tolbert this. I said, listen, brother, if you don't do nothing else, go find QB2, whoever QB2 is, because he knows all little idiosyncrasies that they tell Dak that he might not listen to. The quarterback 2 going to listen to it. Find him. Get every single rep after practice with him. Just going over your plays. He's going to be able to explain it to you in a much more in-depth way than Dak will. Dak will help you through some things, but get with QB2. He ain't got nowhere to go. Make him stay here with you. Get these plays down. Because you can't move at a pace that you want to move if you're thinking about everything. If you're thinking about anything on the football field except just knowing what I got to do and go and do it, bro, you beat. You are beat. When you're going against veterans,
beat
you're
to
toast.
death.
And QB2 can use the reps.
And QB2 can use the reps as well. So, if there's anybody who's listening to our show, because we are the #1 rated show, most watched on YouTube, and you got young players who are entering the league or have plans to go to the league, get with QB2. QB2 is going to be able to
Best
tell
friend.
you.
What about QB3?
QB3 will get you killed. because he don't know what the hell going on half the time. You don't want to listen to QB3. QB2 is the next man up. So he has a lot of information that can help you with those reps. He needs the reps. You need the reps. And then that way. And then QB2, to be honest with you, when you get ready to get through these preseason games, that's who you're going to see a lot of. You're going to see QB2 in 2 out of those 3 games. Mm-hmm. So you want to build that chemistry with him so that you can get your chemistry right, your confidence right, because you ain't going to see many times the number 4 out there on live reps.
So the way that, I guess practice is set up this way too, but OTAs, for those that have never watched, you come out and you stretch, and then you break off into your groups, receivers, running backs, linemen, and you do your individual drills for about half of practice? And then the second half.
Yeah, because it's OTAs and they're just trying to learn. You know. Yeah,
they'll break that up. So like if it's 30 minutes, you'll do 10-minute individual. Then you'll do what they call half line with quarterbacks, receivers, tight ends, running backs, and then you'll come together for the other 10 minutes to kind of run a certain amount of plays on that chart with everybody. You know, and you'll have the second and third tier guys, they'll mimic the scout guys, and then you'll run through those plays, and then you'll all come together
and do team drill.
And then do team drill.
So have you ever seen a guy that was really good on the field, team drills, but was bad in individual stuff, like, you know, hitting the
yes.
Like, but they performed on the field.
Yes.
Really? So you can have a guy that just kills.
Yeah, that don't look good, man. Yeah.
But then you get out there and play, and they ball out, and they.
He's a Dallas Cowboys all-time touchdown leader.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Just wasn't good in individual stuff, but on game day balled out.
Dez will go find Brick Brown, Greg, Jim Mauer. Hey, my foot hurt. My back hurt. They go one-on-ones. Nah, I'm good. And go over there. Dez didn't want no parts of. He didn't want no parts of individual drills.
Was it because he wasn't good, or he just didn't want to?
He didn't want to do it.
He just didn't want to do it. But have you ever seen a guy that wasn't? You say you were not good.
I'm just joking. I wasn't good at it. But I'm telling you, we've seen guys that
wasn't good.
Yeah.
Or just didn't want to do it or wasn't good.
What they weren't
they
good.
They just didn't look good
at the one-on-one. Because I'm sure they watch film of them hitting the sleds and the dummies and the rolling the big guys rolling the ball backwards. Somebody that just didn't have good, because it translates, right? If you're bad at that, you're not going to be good.
No, okay. I don't know. I don't know, because I've seen
some dudes like gamers.
Yeah, that's gamers, man. And it don't work. It don't work all the time, but you get a few like that. Like, man, this dude look bad, man. Then all of a sudden the lights come on. I'm gonna tell you, Dak. His rookie year,
he was not good at practice.
He missed first 2 years. I'm like, wow, this is
training camp was like.
I'm like, wow. I'm serious. Yeah. I'm serious. When I'm looking at Dak like.
Oh, that's a good point.
I'm looking at Dak for real, like. And Desden was still loving him. Hey, man, at least he threw it, you know. At least if I heard Des say that, I say, oh, this is the worst thing in the world. At least he threw it.
When Romo got hurt and then Kellen got hurt like the next day, we're like, great.
There goes the season.
Dak at practice, he couldn't hit water if he foul out of the boat.
Telling
he really couldn't. He was bad.
Ooh, he was bad. He
goes to the Rams game, and we're like, what?
What's crazy is, like, that all, like, if you base his career, like him getting a shot of just practicing, he probably never would have stepped foot on the field except maybe the third preseason game, fourth preseason game. Yeah. But because because he never would have gotten on the field because he practice was not great, right? But for those two guys to go down in front of him, it's like, well, this is all we got. We got to roll with this. For him to get that shot.
That for a second, like we were talking about Jamil Showers almost being our starting quarterback. Like they were battling in training camp, and Jamil Showers was winning.
Yeah, brother, I'm gonna tell you, it was so funny one day. I'm looking over there. After practice, and Jason and Jamil and all of them throwing to that bucket to the garbage can. And I'm looking at Dak like, wow, Gil Brandt believed in this? That's what it comes like. Gil Brandt said, Cowboys better draft this kid. This kid is the future. And I'm like, really? The coach, the head coach, getting in the bucket more than he is.
And then he went out and won, 12 games and two interceptions the whole year?
I'm like, wow, that's why I want that Dak back.
Yeah. I'll take him.
The one that don't practice well but plays great.
Yep. All right, let's take our first break. When we come back, we'll talk about more football stuff on the most popular show on YouTube on the Cowboys Radio Network. This is
you hear that, don't you, Eric?
Hanging with the boys.
Derek. Excuse me.
Called
Derek.
that man the wrong name.
If Derek Eagleton? Yeah, I called him wrong.
Eric Eagleton.
Eric
All right, we'll be right back on Hanging with the Boys.
I was thinking about Eric Williams, but
Hey, Cowboys fans, ready to spice up your next watch party? Bring Yo Quiero guacamole and be the game day hero. Yo Quiero means I want, and we know you want great, fresh-tasting, ready-to-serve guacamole for your home gating and tailgating events. Made with real avocados and the perfect blend of spices, it will be the star of any party. You can find us at your local Albertsons or Tom Thumb in the deli section. If you can't find it, talk to your store manager and tell them, Yo Quiero guacamole.
Brace yourself for an existential question. Has your butt been having enough fun lately? Have you been treating it well? Has it been going places? If not, then it's about time you start using SeatGeek. SeatGeek is the best way to get your butt tickets to live events. Just ask the thousands of other butts who have rated it the #1 ticketing app. So what are you waiting for? Download the app now or visit SeatGeek.com to get tickets to sports, concerts, and live events and make your butt happy. SeatGeek. Get your seat in a seat.
It's game day. You know what that means. First, kebab prep. Steak, pepper, onion, steak, pepper, onion. Next, a counterclockwise lap around the room. Now the lucky grease-stained jersey goes on. And lastly, the dance. You know the one. This is a game day ritual no matter where you are. Whether you're traveling to the game or watching from your favorite vacation spot, book a place to stay on Hotels.com and keep the tradition alive and well. Hotels.com, proud partner of the Dallas Cowboys.
At AT&T, everyone, new and existing customers, get our best deals on every smartphone. Why? Because you deserve it. For turning your living room into your office and your gym. For teaching Grandma how to video call. And teaching her again.
It's the button on your left, Nana. Okay, your other left.
It's not complicated. Everyone deserves something new. So AT&T is giving everyone, new and existing customers, our best deals with every unlimited plan on every smartphone, even the latest ones.
AT&T may temporarily slow data speeds if the network is busy. Restrictions and exceptions may apply.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Welcome back to the show, Hanging with the Boys, sponsored by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. And let me tell you about these Dallas Cowboys single game tickets. They're now on sale. Limited tickets for the 2022-2023 season at AT&T Stadium are now available on DallasCowboys.com/tickets. Act fast. And fellas, this second segment of the show is brought to you by blockchain.com, or as Mr. Jones liked to refer to it, blockchain.com.
He just got so much money. He just got so much money.
When that happened at that press conference, I was like, this is the best thing that could happen to that partner, because everybody's going to be talking about this. Everybody's going to have blockchain.com out there, because that was awesome.
We need to have them on the show, because I don't know what blockchain is or how to do anything.
Really? They actually,
I don't know anything about that.
Their team was in last week and talked to a lot of our leadership group about crypto and what their company's all about, and explain like how they operate and how they're set up. It was really, really enlightening, especially if you don't know anything about crypto. It was really – go download the app. Blockchain.com. I think you get something free if you download the app.
Yeah, I think that'll be informative for all of our new, old.
Maybe we'll get them on the show for a segment whenever we need something to talk about. But we have plenty to talk about today, because OTAs are back in effect. And one odds maker, Kurt sent us some notes, even though he's not here physically, he's here in spirit, and he did a run of show for us. And he said one odds maker predicts free agent wide receiver T.Y. Hilton and defensive end Jason Pierre-Paul will sign in Dallas. And Kurt wants to know, what areas do the Cowboys still need to address in free agency? Where would you go add talent if you could right now?
Let Jesse talk about that, because right now, the way I feel, we're going to be hard-pressed to win a game. And until I see us play 3 or 4 games, I just can't. I can't see it, man. We need help everywhere.
0-17. We're from 16-0 every year to 0-17.
10-27 on the 24th. I just want you to mark this so we can play this back in August when we're doing
I'm just saying we should be
predictions
3-0 in the preseason. We should put everything we got into the preseason.
when we get back to our predictions again, and Nate sits over there and says, "Oh, that's a win. Oh, that's a win. Win for me. 1 point. 1 point." And he goes 17-0.
We need to go 3-0. We need to start by trying to win every preseason game. We're starting with Denver, which we'll practice against. Starting with the Chargers, which we'll practice against. Yeah.
All right, let's skip around a little bit.
Hold on. Let me quickly answer this question. I think I should say this. I believe. My therapist said I should stop saying I think and I believe or I feel.
I can fly.
I believe
I can touch the sky.
When you talk about what does OTA means, I believe during OTAs is another opportunity for you to evaluate your football team, right? Some of these draft picks, some of the free agents that you signed, some of the guys who you've kind of been grooming that were on your practice squad last year, maybe some guys who were fourth team, third team last year. This is that moment in time where you're able to say, okay, what do we have here? And do you see a market improvement in those positions? And when you get out of OTAs, if that's not something that you feel comfortable in, then you start trying to look in the free agent wire or what veterans are left over that you can kind of bring in and help your football team. Because Will McClay, those guys are able to see and to project things into the future. And you can look at a guy and go, he ain't quite ready right now. And coaches can say, especially if it's a guy who's been here. A guy who's a veteran, not a rookie, that take time. But a guy who maybe have some years in the league or been on your squad for a little while, you can see early on in the OTAs, okay, this is a different player from last year. I like where he's going with his progress. His knowledge of what we're doing is far greater than it was a year ago. And that way now you can say, you know what, that T.Y. Hilton thing, maybe we don't need that T.Y. Hilton thing because I like the way these guys go. Or that JPP, you can go and say, hey, I like the way Ziggy Duo is playing, or whoever else you want to say, is playing well, and I know he's inside, but yeah, we could keep him inside. We don't have to go do certain things like that. So OTAs also help you in that manner of, do we need to go get that veteran? How does this thing look? Do we have a catastrophic injury that may, put him out for some period of time, maybe get him back before the regular season, and then you go out there and you may look for a player.
So. And you know what? It's about what Sam gonna do, because we know what Dorance gonna do. We know what the guy Ziggy gonna do. We know basically what they're gonna do, but we know we got some maturity to do with Ziggy. But I'm telling you, if Sam coming off that end and he's pressing and he's showing great potential, that gonna stop a lot of that because.
And we haven't talked much about the kid they signed from Atlanta. Who's defense end they signed from Atlanta? I just drew a blank on his name.
Fowler.
Dante Fowler. He's still out there, and there's hopes that he's supposed to come out here. Former first round pick, high draft pick, high pedigree. That play for DQ in Atlanta.
Yeah.
There's expectations put on him that hey, you have to come out here now and show improve. And a lot of people are going back to the time we brought in Robert Quinn, go Tar Heel. And what he did in that one season and had 11.5, 12 sacks, and then went on and got paid by someone else. So they're looking at Dante Fowler in that same mold of, hey, this is your opportunity to go out there and show the rest of the league that you still can play, and you trying to get to that other big money contract. Look what Robert Quinn did. We want you to come in here and give us 6+ sacks in this season while we're getting Sam Williams adjusted to the National Football League. And you two guys can be in a rotation, and once y'all get going, then move Tank around a little bit and now have that opportunity to have 3-4 guys you can rotate in those defensive end spots to keep guys fresher for when you got to go into the fourth quarter and try to win a football game.
Because I'm not feeling I love this dude, and I always bragged on him when he was with the Giants, Jason Pierre-Paul. I thought they should have never got rid of him. But, man, no. It's time you draft this dude in the second round. Am I correct with Sam? To me, he's starting. He going to have to show me, okay, he don't have that potential that I went out and did a personal deal with my defensive coordinator where he went down there and watched him, and it's a personal and will love him. You got to show me. You defensive players will get a free reign. If I draft a defensive player third and up, third, second, or first, this dude, you are starting. Get your mind right. Don't hang around. You don't. No, I don't want to see you hanging out with the 8th round pick who was drafted number 5C. You need to be hanging out over here, learning how to play ball because you need to start. That's just how it's got to go. If this dude is not playing 65% of the time, and that means starting, being in the rotation, I don't care how you do. I need to see him 65% of the time. Find out what he does well, and let's let him do it. Because we, over the years, Jess has been saying it year in and year out, and I don't know if we can say it coming into this year because we don't know. The development of players has been lacking as a whole. So this is the time. Develop this guy. I mean, you went out and you did a personal workout with him. He was part of the 30 that came in. Am I correct?
I think so. 30 visit guy.
Come on now. He needs to start. Now, they talking about Dorance Armstrong and this, and this, and this, and this. Well, he been here how many years? And I love him, but...
That's your pet cat?
Yeah, I love him, but
way back.
Come on now.
All right, you brought up a while ago practicing against Denver, practicing against the Chargers. Is that good or
bad?
bad?
I'm going to throw that to Jesse again because we talked about this before and we came to the same conclusion. Tell him, Jesse, why this is a good thing.
Because competition's good, but then you open yourself up for risk of injury and all that stuff.
You can control a lot of that.
What do you think, Jeff?
This is necessary.
Let's go.
It is necessary.
Let's go.
And it's a great sign. Kudos to whoever signed, Mike McCarthy, Jerry, all those guys who signed off on it. The only way, y'all laughed at me when I said, are we trying to put pads on now because we're going to play San Francisco last year in the playoffs? And Nate,
I was on you, man.
He's like, oh, man, I'm telling you, you could do it. You could do it. Ain't no way in the hell you get tough in a week. You may have some tough individuals,
right?
But your overall philosophy of toughness ain't happening in the week.
So that's a great point. Is this
yes,
them changing the mentality?
Yes.
Like we are going to take every challenge. We are going to take it to. Yes. I didn't think about that.
And that's this to me looks like that football team, that staff said, we got bullied often last year.
Let's set the tone in preseason, right?
If we're going to change the culture, it starts today.
I like it.
In OTAs, and it starts when we get in training camp. We're going to use those pads. We're going to bow up and buck up against some other guys. And for one, Denver came in here last year, beat the hell out of us.
Mm-hmm.
Beat the hell out of us. What better way to kind of to start off your training camp to heading into your season than going up against a team who you know is going to be physical? They're going to be a physical defense. They're going to be a physical team. They're going to run the football, and they're going to allow play-action pass to happen with Russell Wilson, right? So that's going to be a good football team. It's going to be a really good matchup. I'm happy to see that Mike McCarthy, Dan Quinn, and company saw that this team was not a physical football team. And please don't tweet or text me talking about, well, so-and-so is physical. One guy being physical does not make a team physical. It just doesn't happen.
This ain't basketball.
It just doesn't happen. That has to be a philosophy, a mentality from top to bottom. They have to buy in that we're going to be physical, game in and game out. Because if it doesn't happen that way, they fall back into the old habits. And I use the 49ers as reference because that was a physical football team.
And I give you one guy that shows it in how they do it. And we talking about the 49ers. They didn't change their name, did they?
Mm-mm.
Okay. We talking about the 49ers. Deebo Samuels not only caught the ball, ran the ball, but he wham blocked folks too. That's a mentality where you can get your receiver to do all of this. That's why he wants his money. Because he said, the way y'all using me, I'm going to be beat up here.
Might be why he wants out.
Yeah.
He only wants out because trust me, no player, no skill guy in NFL history has ever
I knew it.
Ever complained about getting the football.
Yeah.
No player.
No matter how you get it, right?
No matter how screening, bubble screen, smoke screen,
Right.
go route, slant, reverse, line me up in the backfield. There is no skilled player in NFL history. And I don't care from Michael Irvin to Randy Moss, whoever. If you were telling them, hey, 88, I'm going to line him in the backfield and give you the rock. All right, coach, I could do it.
Yeah.
Nope. See, Debo's saying that now because he's saying, nah, don't pay me as a running back. No, I don't want $12 million. I want 28, like the receivers are getting.
Mm-hmm.
Don't give me 12.
Right.
12 is nice.
Right.
Don't put RB by my name in the program.
Yeah, no. Don't try to pigeonhole me. I want the 30 like the rest of them jokers. I want to be paid like them jokers being paid. Because 12, 15 ain't 28, 30. And so that's why Debo's saying that now. He's trying to distance himself from that conversation till that check get cut. And then he like, hey, you know I can return punch still, right? You know I run the ball in the backfield, right? You know you can give me a reverse. No player, no skilled player in NFL history ever doesn't want the ball in any way, shape, or form.
All right, let's take our next break. When we come back, more football on the People Show. Hanging with the boys.
Brace yourself for an existential question. Has your butt been having enough fun lately? Have you been treating it well? Has it been going places? If not, then it's about time you start using SeatGeek. SeatGeek is the best way to get your butt tickets to live events. Just ask the thousands of other butts who have rated it the #1 ticketing app. So what are you waiting for? Download the app now or visit SeatGeek.com to get tickets to sports, concerts, and live events and make your butt happy. SeatGeek. Get your seat in a seat.
How great would it be to travel to watch the Cowboys win on another team's turf? Pretty great. But honestly, just watching the game from anywhere but your house would be fun. Even a hotel bar with some guy named Phil from St. Louis who thinks Oakland still has a team. So whether you're traveling to the game or watching from your favorite vacation spot, book a place to stay on Hotels.com, proud partner of the Dallas Cowboys.
At AT&T, everyone, new and existing customers, get our best deals on every smartphone. Why? Because you deserve it. We're turning your living room into your office and your gym. We're teaching Grandma how to video call and teaching her again.
It's the button on your left, Nana. Okay, your other left.
It's not complicated. Everyone deserves something new. So AT&T is giving everyone, new and existing customers, our best deals with every unlimited plan on every smartphone, even the latest ones.
AT&T may temporarily slow data speeds if the network is busy. Restrictions and exceptions may apply.
Hey, Cowboys fans, ready to spice up your next watch party? Bring Yo Quiero guacamole and be the game day hero. Yo Quiero means I want, and we know you want great, fresh-tasting, ready-to-serve guacamole for your home gating and tailgating events. Made with real avocados and the perfect blend of spices, it will be the star of any party. You can find us at your local Albertsons or Tom Thumb in the deli section. If you can't find it, talk to your store manager and tell them, Yo Quiero guacamole.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
He made it.
You made it. And welcome back to Hanging with the Boys, the most watched show on YouTube. I think this is going to be the year we take over.
You think?
Like this is the year. This is the year we
got a little work to do.
We finally going to take over this year. This is going to be
take over what?
And here's what?
Take over what?
The network.
This year.
Oh, I thought he said something else.
This year.
I thought he said this-ish.
No. This year. And it's going to be great because we get to do we get to have guests back this year?
Yes, we can do it now.
So we can have people back in the building.
We'll get DeRoe back in here.
We can get DeRoe, Montel.
Yeah, we'll get.
Make sure you be very selective when you get computer. Be very selective.
On which day we get him?
Yeah.
We get Pastor Q. Pastor Q can come in here. Bring his book. Bring your book, Pastor Q.
Yeah. Muhammad, if you want to fly over.
Muhammad from Kuwait. Muhammad's my dude.
Muhammad rolling the money. I need to see. I get in his pocket.
You know what we should do? I
go out with him one night.
I should. Yeah.
I don't know.
I ain't going out. I want his money. I don't want to go out with him. Man, I make it mad.
We should find out our top listener, the guys that call in religiously.
G from Jersey.
G, Eric.
We ain't heard from my dude from Miami in a while.
Oh, Eric, not Eric. What's
my boy Philippe?
The real Anthony.
The real Anthony.
Yeah. My boy Philippe.
Philippe. Any of those guys that come into a game this year, we ought to bring them in studio the Monday after.
If the true fans would be listening right now and call me.
Yeah, call them. If you want to come on the show this year.
Because it's
at an off time. Yeah.
Yeah.
888-855-2297. Don't call with any questions. Just call Chris and
with
say
your address and when you're coming.
And just call Chris and say, I'm coming in this year. I want to come on the show the day after the game.
And take over this.
That would be fun.
All right.
That would be fun. See who calls. 888-855-2297.
You got to bring.
You got
Wingstop
15 minutes.
Yeah, you got 15 minutes.
Because I'm not picking up the phone.
You got to bring gifts. You have to bring donuts or something. We'll figure it out. We'll work it out. But we'll give you a short tour of the studio, walk you around one lap, and send you on your way.
We'll let Chris flash the camera up for you back there. Within a minute.
Yeah.
Show the people your camera back there, Chris.
Yeah, Chris.
Let the people see you back
Where you
there
at?
naked.
There he put his shirt on.
Oh,
he had it off during the break.
Yeah.
Had it off during the break.
Yeah,
that HR violation. You didn't want no parts of that, huh?
No.
Good seeing you,
Heidi
Chris.
yesterday. So.
Did you?
At lunch.
After Jesse's comments, he'll probably be seeing her tomorrow in the break. So
probably this afternoon.
All right. Here's a question.
Okay.
Kurt did some good research this year.
He did.
He actually
jumped on it.
This week. Today. He actually brought up Dorance Armstrong, which we talked about earlier. He said that Bleacher Report said he's the best kept secret on the Cowboys roster. Do y'all agree or disagree?
The best kept secret.
What years? When I read that, I said, Kurt, maybe on some. What year is this?
Because you'd have been on board with that 2 years ago, but I think this is year 5. Chris, does that sound right? Because they just re-signed him last year, right?
Right.
Gave him a new contract.
So
maybe 6.
Is it that special year? Sometimes that guy could have had that special year like Tar Heel did 2 or 3 years ago. Quinn fell in on 11 sacks. He got paid. I'm like, wow.
Quinn came in and said, I'm going to get these sacks and I'm out.
He got them too. He got them too. Wow.
The best kept secret on – that's a great question.
Because I think we all think he's good, but is he great?
Is he special?
Yeah. Is he great? Okay, let's ask you this. If he is a player by this point in their career, are they what they are, or can you do like a Robert Quinn and have a crazy?
I think good players who work very hard. I think Dorance works very hard. Can have that special year, and
that Adrian Claiborne type year.
Yeah.
Go to the Pro Bowl.
Yeah,
Adrian Claiborne type game.
Yeah. Right.
5 sacks. 5 or 6.
It was like 5 or 6 sacks in one game.
6.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a shame. Anyway.
Yeah, let's don't go back
bring
there.
that up, Jesse.
Sorry.
Wow.
My bad.
Someone called in.
Wow, but I don't know what – I think Dorance is who he is. I think the better players you put around him, I think he can take advantage of that. I think he's one of those guys, like a 6th man or a 7th man coming off a bench. The more great players you have around him.
But see, okay, so now you look at Dorance Armstrong. Where is he going to play? In, right?
Right.
So where does he fall in this pecking order? Because right now you're saying, from what you said earlier.
Oh, I want Sam.
You said, give me Sam.
Yes, sir.
On one end, and I got Tank on the other end.
Right.
Right?
Right.
High draft pick. High contract. Then they're saying, well, we brought in Dante Fowler to do some work.
He first rotation guy in.
So then that means, does Dorance fall behind him? Like where is he falling at in the pecking order? Are they doing
number 4?
Are they doing 2 by 2 and you're saying like he's number 2 on the left side? Or if you're doing the pecking order, you're saying Tank 1, Sam 2, Fowler 3, Dorance 4.
And however you look at it, he gonna be in the top 4.
And then so then I would even say maybe he's 4B,
right?
Because if you get real saucy with it, does Micah Parson as a rush in bump him, right? If you're looking and saying, you know what, on 3rd down, and I want to get out to the quarterback, and I look to the sideline for a guy to go in, and I got number 11, and I got whatever number he wear, Dorance Armstrong's wear. Who's Dan Quinn gonna throw in there?
11.
So that makes him 5th. Or 4B in that rotation?
That's why this training camp is so big. That OTAs, that's great. Do what you do.
You just want to see somebody get hit.
When training camp, I want to see how you line these guys up. Especially after about the third or fourth day when you really get to going. Then you say, okay, we threw with the winter dressing. We threw with the trying this. This is what we need to do. To make these guys better, to help us be better. This is going to be a great training camp. This is going to be a great training camp.
All right, last question. Well, maybe not. We got a little bit.
Chris said we had a caller come in.
Yeah, who called, Chris?
Pastor Q.
He wants to come on
I
the
knew
show?
Pastor Q was going to call.
Go, Pastor Q.
I knew Pastor Q was going to call.
He got to come
He said he'll
publicize
come to the
that
game.
book.
Yeah, he said come to the game this year. He'll come on Monday.
All right.
Yeah, and bring your Bible, too, with the book, Pastor. I'm down with that.
All right. Well, there we go. There's
We're gonna
one.
slap Shannon right upside that rock.
Nah, he going to come at you. You came at Pastor Q.
You did.
You came
I
at
did
Pastor
about
Q.
football. I ain't going to question him when it comes to the Lord.
came at
I ain't
Pastor
question
Q.
when it comes to the Lord.
You came at Pastor Q kind of.
Yeah, I did. Not about football. I ain't talking
was in this
spiritual.
room because,
Bring that Bible so you can slap Shannon upside his head.
from anywhere.
Man, he might hit you with that right hand of God.
Who
Yeah,
else?
he
upside your
can.
head.
Man, bless me with it, Pastor. I will be listening. We have a little revival. They'll run us out of here.
Who else wants to come on the show? 888-855-2297. We don't want to talk to you. Just call Chris and say, I want to come on the show. And Chris will keep a list.
Anthony,
Got
where
one.
you at, man?
Where's Eric and Anthony and G and Muhammad? Man,
I think Eric probably
Philippe.
choked on some type of sauce or some goat meat or something.
Who?
Some goat meat, some sauce. Eric, that's
Eric from North Carolina?
Yeah, he's always calling us with his lunch menu.
Paul's
that's
coming.
right.
Paul's coming back this year. I don't know how he's going to afford it. Have y'all looked at flights lately?
Bro, don't look at him.
Wait, don't look at him.
Don't look.
I looked at one to Scotland.
Ooh.
$7,000.
You better stay about 2 or 3 months. You
No
better
joke.
stay about 2 or 3
And
months.
last year
And you have to work.
Last year you could
Get
get a
back.
flight for like $700-800.
Scotland.
$7,000.
You Scottish?
No, that's where Paul lives. They got a free place to stay.
You're going to need it playing 7 Gs for a flight.
I ain't going. I got a
big is-
kid. I can't afford it.
So, what you get to fly like 7 times?
No,
No,
once.
one time,
One
round
round
trip.
trip flight. One I looked up was $7,000. Maybe it was just in peak time or something, but yeah.
I'll tell you what.
Ain't no joke, man.
That you be getting it one that goes over there in like 3 hours. Like you
The
take
Concorde?
off. That's what you hit. Concorde.
No.
You didn't even realize that.
I'm telling you,
I promise you that's
That was
what
a
you
It was
hit.
private jet
normal.
price.
And it was
Yeah.
like coach class. Wasn't even first class. I'm telling you, man, flights
You
are
can't even get a
ridiculous right
drink. For $7,000 and you're going coach, you can't even get a free drink.
Nope.
You got to pay $200 for a Coke? Man, please.
now. Pepsi?
Well, excuse me. I'm just
know where you're at, man.
No.
Read the room.
Excuse me.
Read the room.
Old school. That's what everybody called it. Whether it was whatever drink
It didn't
was.
matter what it was.
Yeah, that's like Washington. I'm still trying to figure out who they are, what they are, and I have to just keep saying Washington. What are they? The Commandos or the Astros? What are they?
Who? Which one?
Washington.
Commanders.
Okay, Commanders.
It's funny how they trying to get your boy out of there, Dan Snyder.
Oh,
It ain't gonna work.
Oh, who? You a lot. You start messing with them. You start messing with them owners' money. You ain't producing what you supposed to be producing.
Man.
Oh, the owners.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, it can work.
The Commanders ain't holding up their end of the bargain when it comes to start, making that with the money they making. It's like,
Right.
damn, all of the Dan Snyder did. No owners did one. No owner thought that was bad enough.
Right.
But you start messing with our bottom dollar. Now that
gonna make you
changes.
hot.
Now that changes. You could run rep shop all up where you want and sexual harass anybody you want in that office. You mess with our bottom dollar,
We gonna make you hot.
Changes things. All right. Question for you guys. And I heard this on some local talk radio, and I can't get behind this, I don't think. Jake Ferguson is wearing number 48. And he says he hopes to live up to the legacy of
He can't.
Daryl Johnson. Here's the problem I have. It's the wrong position. He's a tight end.
Didn't Witten wear 48 at first?
I thought so in training camp.
48 or 49?
Yeah.
Chris, can you look that up for me, please?
It was 40.
I believe it was 49.
49? Okay.
But I can't get behind that because
48
if he
so
was
stank.
if he was a fullback and he was like wanting to live up to his legacy, I get it. Let's go.
First of all,
but I can't get behind it because he's a tight end.
I could get behind it if he a tight end.
He blocked like Moose.
Will you play on all 4 special teams and excel at it at a high level? And will you block people with the I know y'all correct, the ferociousness that Moose did it?
I was right. Ferociousness.
Okay, if you can do it like that, Mr. Ferguson, I talk about you every week, almost every day.
You heard it here.
Yeah, I'll be like, and I will make sure that our guy that's missing, do not call your name more than once a week because you will become snake bit.
Did he, Chris? Did he ask for that number, or was it just like, this is all we got left? We don't have any 80s. Take this 48.
I think that's the only number they had.
Yeah. So this is probably unfair because he probably didn't ask for it, and then the media probably was like, you know who used to wear that, and then what's he gonna say? Oh yeah, cool. No, he said, I hope to live up to the legacy.
Man, get out of that number quick as you can, man.
And now all of a sudden it's become a topic of conversation. Like, he said this. Well, what's the guy supposed to say? Like,
how do they didn't have any more numbers?
They run out sometimes.
Like, guys don't even wear 80s no more. Like, receivers don't even wear 80s no more. They wear teens and single digits now. And no 80s left?
I don't know.
Like, you could have picked, well, I guess you can't do the teen numbers, can you?
At a tight end, no.
No, you got to do 80s numbers. Or
80s or 40s. Which,
that's so
if you're wearing a 40 and you're tight end, that's just weird.
That tells me you're going to be butt. You're going to be booty juice. If you keep 48, he's going to be booty juice. That number just stank.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look how Moose looks stank in his uniform.
But Moose crushed folks.
Nah, he was.
That's what you wanted.
Yeah.
Right?
But stop with the whole trying to live up to legacy of the past.
Chris, we need to do some research on that. Can we go track down Bucky or Mike and get the story behind that? Did they run out of numbers? Did he ask for it? Let's go run that down.
Yeah, I mean, I can do that. That's fine.
You got to have some pride in yourself.
I'm thinking about numbers that we have right now, and I know there are there's one number in the 80s they're not going to give out. So I think we're full with numbers right now.
82?
82 he's not going to give out.
Yeah.
Why, they gave out 88?
No, I think.
Only doing training camp. And they gave it out during training camp.
I think.
They wouldn't give a tight end 82.
Unwritten rule that they're not going to give out.
Is Jason Witten is held that high esteem that he could
for the equipment staff? He is, I guess, because that's who ultimately gives out the number.
You know, I tell people we thought Jason was this, that, or the other, he earned the respect of the higher ups, and everybody over there loves Witt. So,
but is his number like? Is his number? All right, we got a little time left. What are, in your opinion, the top 5 numbers in this franchise that are
Bob Lilly,
untouchable?
12.
Randy White, Roger Staubach.
So what's that? 12,
Troy Aikman.
54.
12, 54.
They gave Jalen 54.
Yep.
Yeah, but
they gave Jalen 54.
Well,
they shouldn't have. They shouldn't have. I love me some Jalen, man.
But this is
Jalen,
your list.
man.
This is your list. I'm sorry. I can't talk about your list.
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
So
Bob
12,
Lilly.
What was Bob Lilly? 20?
Bob Lilly?
54.
No, sorry, 54.
74.
74.
The Master, which is 54.
Him and Howley.
Roger Staubach.
12.
Troy Aikman.
8.
Now, that next one it's hard for me on the next one. The 5th one, it's like Emmett, you got Mike, it's hard for me on those.
How?
Tony
Dorsett, that gets it for me.
Tony, you go Tony?
Tony Dorsett, yes, sir. That gets it.
What would you go, Chris?
Numbers not to give out?
Yeah, you're 5.
My 5 numbers,
yeah.
Well, 12, obviously.
Yeah.
74 is obviously Mr. Cowboy.
Yeah.
That's 2 of them. I wouldn't give out 22 is hard because he's all-time leading.
He's an all-time leading rusher
in the history.
In the history of the NFL.
It's never going to get broken. Let's be honest with you.
It's never.
What was that? 3 of them.
That's 3.
Okay, I guess 8. Aikman.
Yep.
And I mean, gosh, those are probably the ones, right? They don't give. I mean. They've given out 9.
Yeah, but this is your list.
I know, but I'm just saying, yeah. So those are the 4 I wouldn't give out. Everybody else is free game.
Really?
Yeah.
So you wouldn't do a 5th? You wouldn't do 88?
Well, Witten, 82. Yeah.
You would do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Witten, because see, here's the thing: is Witten was NFL Man of the Year. There's only 3 guys in the organization that won NFL Man of the Year, and that's Staubach, Aikman, and Witten. That's it.
Yep.
So you can retire that number.
All right.
Or not give it out. I looked up the numbers, by the way. There was no 80s left. So all the veterans. So
Troy Aikman,
we've got.
He probably just said, "Yes, give me 48," and didn't even realize it was Moose.
Yeah.
And then hey, did you know this? What do you think? Oh, I'm going to try to live up to, yeah.
I can probably predict what number he's gonna be if you really wanted me to, but I'm not trying to cut a player.
Yeah, don't do that yet.
Okay.
Just get to training camp.
Cut him. No.
Who would your guy? What would your list be?
It would be the first two everyone else said: 1274, 22, 8.
Do you have a fifth? Chris didn't have a fifth. Oh, he threw Witten in there.
I said Witten.
I was, for me personally.
Yeah, this is your list.
Stop giving out 88.
I would too.
Stop giving out 88. Like, you've had some really good. You got 2 Hall of Famers, maybe.
And them the only 2.
Maybe 3.
Maybe.
Them the only 2.
Like,
them the only 2.
You don't think Dez gets it?
Nah.
Like, everything else, like, we got to stop. Like, and I know, and Mike loves it because Mike loves that his name will always be attached to it, and that his attention will always, at some point in time, trickle back down to him because he's that visible face.
But can you stop it? Because you started it, right?
You can. This can be it with CD.
Yeah.
Like, stop giving out 88.
But I mean,
to every receiver.
if you draft a bad receiver in the first round, it's kind of your bit now.
Maybe we can get the two original 88.
So I'm gonna ask you this right here:
have them make the decision.
Did Dez live up to the other 2?
He could.
He got a bunch of touchdowns.
I would say Dez had a 3-year, 2 to 3 year.
That ain't gonna get it.
No,
that ain't gonna get it, Jess.
Let me. From when Dez came into the league, Dez was electric. Dez had a dominant 2-3 year
where he
run.
was the man.
He was the baddest mofo.
Right.
Throw it up.
The man.
Go get it.
I mean, he could take a slant to the house, a screen to the house.
Powerful jump.
Yeah.
Oh man, just everything.
If we're talking about overall
longevity, yeah.
No.
That's what I'm trying to.
But he had
at the height of his career, he might have been just as good or better than.
Oh, at the height, he was better than both of
them.
Oh, he was more athletic.
But at the height of his career,
but career longevity and the whole picture, like
at the height of Dez's career, he was better than.
But
Michael
6 years in,
if he'd have won,
when he walked to the line, and when them 2 other 88s walk to the line, and they look at their quarterback, I'm on the same page. I see the route, and I will be there when you need me.
That's the point.
Yep.
That's a point.
And on top of that, they was doing that in the NFC Championship game.
Yeah.
And they was doing that in the Super Bowl.
Good point. All right, Nate just shut that down, didn't he? All right, that's an ender. Jesse, good seeing you, man.
That's how you
I miss you, Jesse's deacon.
Kurt, that's my boy.
Kurt.
That's my boy, man.
Nate, thanks for bringing it.
And we got another pastor in here, a real one, so you got to really be amen.
Chris, did anybody else call, Chris?
Yeah, one other guy called.
Who?
Just his name is
You don't-
Chris.
Oh, we don't-
but he goes by Godzilla.
Oh, we didn't.
Wow.
I've never heard of him.
Yeah,
he ain't coming.
You going to come in here and wreck the joint.
He said he listens
Say
all
what?
the time but never calls in.
Oh, okay.
Warren
All
stuff.
right.
He wants to come.
Oh, my God.
All right. Thanks for keeping us on the air,
video
Chris.
name is Godzilla.
Brother Will, thanks for keeping the live streams up.
Bob
We will
Little,
be
Troy
back
Aikman,
Normal.
Tony
Wait a
Dorsett,
minute.
Roger Staubach,
Monday's a holiday, right?
Randy White. We
We're
won't be
Tuesday
here
next week too.
Next Tuesday.
Tuesday next week?
Tuesday next
All
week.
right,
10
Tuesday
o'clock.
next week. Tune
Is it
in
10
to the
o'clock?
People Show. 10 o'clock Tuesday. Hanging with the boys. See you then. Bye-bye.
Bye,
This
Eric.
has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys? Yeah!